Conor McGregor, everyone loves him, everyone hates him, everyone's going to watch him. But there is a very big issue that is going on, which is he's not getting any fights, and he is barking.
If I told you what weight it's going to be, 185.
You want to do 185, I'll do 185.
Yo, did what y'all told.
And clamoring for a fight, and you have Michael Chandler saying, I accept, and he's dick-sucking McGregor because he wants the payday.
When you sign to fight me, it's a celebration. You ring back home, you ring your wife. Baby, we done it. We're rich, baby. Conor McGregor made us rich. Break out the red panties. We're rich, baby.
It's been 2 years since the McGregor incident, since McGregor obviously tore his foot apart.
There was no check. There was not one of them I checked. Your wife is in me DMs. Hey, baby, hit me back up. I'll chat to you later on. We'll be at the after party, the Win nightclub, baby. You looking bitch, you little.
And yet he is back, and he's 100%. We're seeing these sparring videos of him. He does look crispy. He looks a little heavy, but he does look very crispy. Yet he has not been announced for UFC 300. He's not been announced for July. Dana White has said we have something figured out. Dana White then said it's going through the motions, which I don't understand. And this is my theory, and this is a theory that Sean O'Malley brought up, and I wish I can get this video out before Sean O'Malley, but I'm probably not going to be able to, because I've been thinking that just maybe Conor McGregor fighting for the UFC actually hurts the UFC more than actually not having him, because of the amount of money Conor McGregor does ask for and he does bargain with. They don't want to get him to fight so many times because it actually does make them lose so much money. Now, you're thinking, Conor McGregor brings in so many pay-per-view buys, how could that even be possible? Conor McGregor is the only fighter, maybe to John Jones or Israel Adesanya, that makes over $1 million every fight. He makes millions every single fight because of his pay-per-view points, because of his salary, because of his actual contract. He is a needle mover. He's going to get people to watch. Yet, with the money that he does ask for, is it even worth for the UFC to even put up a fight for Conor McGregor? And when you get Conor McGregor semi being hungry right now, talking about, I want to fight, I want to do this, I want to fight 3 times in the year, that is 3 different times that you have to pay Conor McGregor said money, and so much money when it comes to it. And there is a very big risk and reward to it. Because as much as we want to tag and say that McGregor is the biggest star and people are going to watch him, there is that risk factor that Conor McGregor wants to fight 3 times in a year, and in maybe one of those 3 fights, he loses one of them. Now that can really hinder a star, that can really mess up a star. And don't get me wrong, Conor McGregor is past a star. He is now at a superhero length when it comes to the amount of power that he does have for the people. But how many casual fans will you lose with one fight? And we're kind of seeing that with Conor McGregor against Khabib. And then after that, if it wasn't for Dustin Poirier reeling in so much because of the heat that they had, I don't think there would be that many pay-per-view buys. And we see that with Conor McGregor versus Donald Cerrone. There was no real storyline there. There was no, I'm going to rip your face off, all that from Conor McGregor. And the pay-per-views were amazing. They were Conor McGregor levels. But with the money that Conor McGregor is asking for, was it even worth putting on that fight? Let me explain. As much as Conor McGregor is a big star, he needs a storyline. You had it with Nate. You had it with Dustin Poirier. You had it with Khabib. He needs a rival. And when you have a guy like maybe Michael Chandler, and if he does win this fight, he'll fight a guy like Charles Oliveira. And then if he does win that one, somehow, I don't think he beats Charles, but if he does win that one, he'll fight for the title. And then you maybe have a storyline. But those first 2, no one cares about Michael Chandler in terms of the actual rival in a casual standpoint. Michael Chandler is a very respectful and nice guy. He does have a little grit to him, but he's nothing like what Dustin Poirier brought to Conor. Dustin Poirier brought a level of annoyance and hatred from casual fans that they paid to try to see Conor, their hero, beat Poirier. That is no longer the real case against Michael Chandler. Now, don't get me wrong. There's going to be casual fans paying for this fight. but how many of them are going to pirate it? How many of them are actually not going to pay for it? They actually would rather much hear it after the fact. They'd much rather go on Instagram and go on ESPN Plus or ESPN MMA and see Conor McGregor won or Michael Chandler won. There is no storyline to build up with this. Therefore, there won't be as much pay-per-view buys, which will hinder the UFC because they have to pay Conor McGregor so much. So it brings the question, because there is an obvious weird case that Conor McGregor is asking for fights and is begging to fight 3 times in this year, yet he's not getting it. And maybe it's on purpose. Maybe there's an actual protection of Conor. Not because they think he'll lose, but because they don't want to spend too much money. Guys, let me know what you think. Conor McGregor is one of the bigger guys in the sport. I would love to hear what you guys think about the situation, because as much as we are fight fans, we're not Dana White. We're not seeing behind the scenes and seeing how much money they actually do get from Conor and how much money they have to pay for Conor. So let me know what you guys think. It's been Santi. It's been Studs.